Hey everybody, welcome back to today's edition. We're going to be factoring again, but we're going to add a couple of steps. So here we go. First thing we need to do, all right, we're going to identify, we're going to label. Well, before we label A, B, and C, we actually need to check, is there a GCF? And we didn't do this yesterday because there wasn't, but now today we may actually have a GCF. And if you notice, there's a GCF of 2. So the first thing that we're going to do today, and it's usually always the first thing, is GCF. Okay? And so for this particular case, the GCF is 2. And so because it's 2, we're going to end up dividing that by 2. So what we have is, if I take 6 and divide it by 2, now I have 3x squared. Okay? 14 divided by 2, 7x. And negative 80 divided by 2, negative 40. So essentially this is what I have now. Okay? Now here is where I'm going to label my A, B, and C. So 3x squared goes here, negative 40 goes there, and if I multiply 3 and negative 40, so what is 3 times negative 40? It's negative 120. So then in my calculator, I'm going to take negative 120 and divide it by x. Negative 120 divided by x. Oh, I need to make this y equals so I can turn it into a table. Turn it to a table. And then say I need negative 120 divided by x, arrow over plus x. So, same as what we did a minute ago. So I have negative 120 divided by x plus x. And I am looking for this guy right here. I am looking for that 7. So where can I find a 7? I need a 7. I don't have a 7, so let's do this. Enter, 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 enter. All right, now let's go over here. Do I have? Oh, there's a 7 right there. 15 and negative 8. So 15 and negative 8. Cool. So I'm going to put a 15 in one of the boxes with an x, a negative 8 in another box with an x. And so now we're going to say, okay, what is the GCF of each piece? And if you're not sure, you can always come back up here and type some things. So I want to know what the GCF of 3 and 15 are. So you can always do it that way. 3, 15. And it tells you 3. So that means I'm going to write 3 right here with an x. You can do 3 and negative 8 if you want. Or just put 8. 1. So this tells you this is going to be 1x. And now that makes sense. Okay? 15 and negative 40. I don't know. Let's try it. 15, 40. So the 5. So this needs to be a 5. Okay? And then these are both negative, so I know that's common about them. And what is that? I don't know. Let's see. If I take out the 8. And that's 8. So if I need this to be negative, that's positive. If I need this to be negative, then I need the 5 to be positive. And so here's my final answer. My 2 out in front from my GCF, okay? Then I have x plus 5, and then 3x minus 8. All right, taking a look at the next one. So first thing we need to do is check GCF. 9, 51, 22. The GCF is 1. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not 22. That's 72. 3. So the GCF is 3. All right, so we just made the problem smaller with that. All right, so now this becomes 3 is going to go right there. We're going to identify if I divide each piece by 3, 9 divided by 3, 3x squared. 51 divided by 3, I have no idea. 17 with a positive. And 72 divided by 3, 24. So here's my A, B, C. 3x squared plus 24. I know this is going to attach an x to it. What is 3 times 24? 3 times 24, 72. So we're going to type y equals 72 divided by x. You can even come down here. 72, get rid of the negative. Go over here. 72, get rid of the negative. And now I draw my little table. Right, that goes there. This is x. This is 72 divided by x plus x. And I'm looking for my b term. I'm looking for 17. So, can I find my 17? Where is my 17? 17. 17. Hey, it's in 2 spots. Because it's 8 and 9, or 9 and 8. That's the same thing. 8 and 9 and 9 and 8 are the same thing. It doesn't matter. 9, 8. 9, 8. Now you just check the GCF of everything. So, what is the GCF of 3 and 9? That's 3. X. 3 times what gives me 9x? 3. Positive. 3 times what gives me 24? 8. Positive. So, your final answer, my GCF of 3 with my x plus 3 and my 3x plus 8. And that's my final answer for number 2. All right, let's take a look at one more example. Here we go. Looking at the last one. First thing we do, check GCF. $50, 135, 140. 5. Man, this is nice. I tell you, you always want to check GCF because you can always make your problem a little bit smaller. 5. So, I'm going to divide this by 5. 50 divided by 5, 10x squared. 135 divided by 5, I don't know. I don't remember. What is that, 7 or 70? 27, I was way off. Doesn't matter, man. Just use a computer or calculator, whatever. 140. And that's negative, so that's negative 28. Alright, so 10x squared negative 28 negative 280. These are big, big numbers. Who cares? Just type it in. Negative 28 divided by x. Negative 28 divided by x plus x. Oh, 280. What am I thinking? 280. This is why you write and you check things as you go because you don't want to mess stuff up. Negative 280 divided by x. Negative 280 divided by x plus x. Looking for my b term. Looking for my 27. Can I find a 27? Negative 27. That's probably enough. All right, keep going. Ah, there it is. 35 and negative 8. Huh. Yeah, that works. All right. Let's check and see here. So now we have x and x. What is my GCF of 8 and 28? My GCF of 10 and 35. GCF of however you want to word that. Okay, so let's do this. GCF of 10, 8 is 2. So 2 needs to go here, which means a 5 is going to go here to make 10. And if that's 5 and that's 35, then this needs to be a 7. Okay, and that's positive 35. So this is going to be positive 7. And then if I take my 2 and I multiply this with a 4, negative 4 gives me negative 8. Negative 4 times positive 7 is negative 28. So there we go. So there's my final answer. I have my 5 out in front of my parentheses. And I have 2x plus 7 and then 5x minus 4. And that is my final answer. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Word.